Because of a sudden explosion, this man can only keep his head and heart. Then the robot company makes him a powerful suit of armor. But they don't just want to help him, they actually want people to recognize robots, so their company will develop more. This city has the highest crime rate in the world. Everyone is living under the supervision of the RoboCop. Things seem to be in order. At this time, a boy walking on the street is holding a fruit knife in his hand, but before he can explain, the robot shoots him without hesitation. Then people begin to vehemently oppose robots. They think robots can't think like human, and it's obviously a serious threat. Very quickly, this matter gets bigger and bigger. Silas, Robot's inventor, has come up with the idea to put disabled people in the robot in order to fix the problem, so that it doesn't only have humans' thoughts, but also has machines' power. At the same time, Murphy was bombed by his enemy a few days ago. Almost all his body was destroyed. Then the company comes to his wife. After a while discussing, she agrees with Murphy's treatment. They spend $2.6 billion to make his suit. Then they do a test to compare Murphy to Robot, and discover that his speed is slower than Robot's. In fact, although his body is a machine, his brain has the right to control. This makes the boss very angry. He thinks that Murphy isn't perfect enough. Then the doctor implants a chip in Murphy's brain so that they can control him. When he puts on his helmet, he'll turn into a robot and no longer be under his brain's control. And when he takes off, he turns back to be real Murphy. After that, they change the suit into black and check him again. Murphy has to fight 50 robots. This time they're very successful. Putting on the helmet, Murphy becomes different. He's agile and determined. He can easily beat all robots. The experiment is very successful. He's a RoboCop. He cares about nothing but suspects. In his city, the crime rate is the highest all over the world. But since his existence, it's immediately reduced to 80%. Then people start to believe in robots again. His inventor is extremely satisfied to know that. And because he has received an order worth $600 billion, that day, they hold a premiere of him for the citizens to witness his success. At this time, Murphy suddenly loses control. The explosion repeatedly happens in his mind. The premiere's about to start, so in order to not affect it, the mayor orders the doctor to implant more chips into his brain to control him, and completely turn him into a robot. Now he can no longer feel love. He doesn't turn around although he sees his wife and son. He doesn't care about anyone but the criminals. He doesn't say a word during the premiere. He keeps scanning all the people there. Suddenly he finds a murderer. He puts on his helmet right away and captures him. This makes people believe more in Murphy. More and more people get to know about this RoboCop, but the wife feels something wrong. She stops Murphy to talk to him, but he doesn't answer. He just drives away and goes on to chase the criminals. Strangely, his son suddenly appears in his mind, so he changes his route and goes home. With his high technology, he recreates the night he was bombed. He sees his wife in panic and his frightened son. He gets on his bike and continues to chase after the criminals. But this time, he wants to find the one who murdered him. It's the only thing he can control now. After a while investigating, he finds out the group of people who harmed him, but they've prepared before and they're waiting for him. He turns into the RoboCop and goes to their place. Murphy steps in and can easily kill the boss. With the gun he found at their place, he finds many of his colleagues' fingerprints. Then he brings it to the police office and questions his colleagues. He immediately kills them before they can make up a story. Step by step, he finds out the director. The people who secretly sold weapons to the gangster have always been by his side, and they also harmed him. When Murphy's about to end her life, he's suddenly disconnected, because this can cause a big trouble. The company's boss doesn't want Murphy to keep on investigating. If he does, he'll find out him. He now has many orders and can make a large amount of money. Murphy is no longer useful, so they intend to destroy him, but the doctor can't do it. Anyway, Murphy's his invention. He's also innocent, so the doctor rushes to the lab and turns Murphy on again. Then he tells him everything and tells him to go help his wife and son. Because the boss deceives them to go to the company, he intends to kill them. Murphy rides there right away, but he's stopped by other robots. It's a close war. During it, Murphy's arm gets stuck. Although he gives up his arm, he gets hundreds of shots. Fortunately, his colleague comes to help him. Then Murphy runs to the terrace and makes the helicopter fly away. But Murphy can't attack the boss because he holds the red identity card in his hand. Murphy's program automatically prevents him from attacking. But finally Murphy shoots him to death by using his own consciousness. In the end, he puts on a new suit and continues his duty as a RoboCop to catch criminals and ensure a peaceful life for the citizens. The movie ends here. Goodbye and see you in other videos.